Yo, great, Wednesday? Yeah, great Wednesday evening to you all. Alright, it's a great day. Today's talk, I'm gonna keep it simple. We already talked for like 25 minutes today. We already felt a little motivated just by checking our brother's timeline and shit earlier today, and that kind of like moved us to create some content earlier in the day. Today, this evening, this video will be mainly about trust, right? Some perspective on trust, right? It just doesn't have to do with trust with other people, how we trust others, but at the same time it does. All things begin with self. All things spring from within oneself, right? If one does not trust oneself, one will lack the capacity to trust others. That's simple. It's as simple as it gets. The trust we have with ourselves will determine the trust we have with others. The trust that we have with ourselves will be determined by the level of self-respect and the level of self-confidence that we have with ourselves, which is often a reflection of the level of commitment that we have to keeping to the promises that we make to ourselves, by keeping to the completion of the goals that we set forth for ourselves, by doing, simple as this, doing the things we say we are going to do. That is the quickest and easiest way to ensure that we have trust with ourselves, and that we trust ourselves enough to commit to others as well, and to believe in our ability to follow through with our commitment to self and to others. All things within, all things begin with oneself. Change of the outside world begins with ourselves. The conditions of our life are a direct reflection of the conditions of our internal going-ons. If we are unhappy with ourselves, if we're unhappy with our circumstances, it is often because we are out of alignment with our true self. We're not being true to ourselves because we don't trust our own self, and so we are unauthentic. Because we are unauthentic, we are not being true to ourselves. We're out of alignment. We're not honoring who we are at our core. We're not being trusting in our abilities and our desires and our goals, and we're more likely than not relying on somebody else's. Trust begins with you. I saw a post. That's what really prompted this. Saw somebody post something talking about I don't trust nobody. And it just made me think, that probably has to deal with you, right? You don't trust yourself. Because you don't trust yourself, you don't trust others, right? Often that's what goes on in relationships, right? A lot of relationship, the individual that thinks that the other person is cheating, or that is consistently hassling the other person in the relationship about certain things, is because that individual is oftentimes doing that. No, not saying that sometimes it isn't true, right? But oftentimes, possessive, narcissistic individuals are the way they are because they lack control over themselves, so they feel this need to control others. Right? The less control that we have over ourselves, the more that we'll seek to control the world around us. This is why it is important to, have trust in yourself and to have a level of self-respect, so that way you understand when you're not being respected by other people around you. And that way you know when it's best to just simply walk away than allow for people to continue to violate your trust, your respect, you know what I'm saying, who you are, and to continue just simply walking over you. This is why it's important to have trust in yourself, so that way you can have confidence in yourself as an individual, and so that way you never fear walking away from circumstances and people that are violating your respect. This will also help out in money, right? Not just yourself, right? Because when we work on ourselves, we better prepare ourselves for relationship with other people. And when we prepare ourselves with relationship with other people by preparing ourselves with our relationship with ourselves, we also prepare ourselves for our relationship with money. Because money is only an amplifier of what we are, well, what we actually are. And if we are nothing, if we have no foundation, if we have no core values, nothing that we hold ourselves accountable to, then money is simply going to amplify whatever it is that we are, be it good or bad. Touches upon something that I wrote today. I said money is an amplifier. If we as men, or if you are a man, a weak male with no backbone, no honor, no courage, no commitment, you lack character and personality and a positive attitude, not having these qualities will only make you an easier victim for people, for women and for other men that only look to take advantage of you. The things you want, regardless of monetary wealth, requires a certain version of you. A version of you that does not come as easy as the money you may gain through luck, such as today with all these opportunities offered by the crypto market, right? Through gambling, through lotteries. If you're 30 and you lack character, you lack honor, you lack commitment, you lack courage in your character and your personality, your attitude is going to reflect that, right? If you lack the warrior spirit, if you lack the spirit of the scholar, of the individual that seeks, the intellectual advancement of himself, then you will lack the qualities necessary to be an actually complete, properly functioning man that is able to, impact society in a positive way. You would only be a detriment, and money will only amplify that which you are not. And individuals will take advantage of that. You will waste your money on ungrateful family members, on ungrateful friends, on people that are just looking to manipulate you and take advantage of you. That's why we should all seek to change that which isn't right in ourselves. Nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? We are born excellent, right? But the societies that we are born into, the families that we are born to, these individuals have been scarred by cultural constructs, by misunderstood tradition and cultural practices, probably bad habits, addiction, emotional traumas, incomplete other incomplete people that are just as much ignorant children as the children that they are birthing and create and raising. And so they just continue to, they continue the cycle of generational, emotional, mental, health-wise, physical problems. And we have to stop that. It has to end with it has to end somewhere. Why not end with you, right? That's one decision that I made, right? Instead of trying to blame the powers that be for the things that are going on in the world, I took it upon myself, and I try to see how I was also being a negative impact on society, right? I wanted to change the world so much, yet, the way that I was eating was a direct reflection of what I was seeing in society. So that was one of the first things that I started cutting out. I started taking my power back. How? The things that I ate, the places that I went, the things that I did. I stopped eating meat, 5 years ago. Why? Because I realized that it's not beneficial to my body and is only feeding the organism of destruction that continues to wreak havoc on our planet, on its animals, and on our health, our human health. So that was my little step, right? Removing animal flesh. From then it went on to other things, the consumption of tobacco, of substances that were not beneficial to me, alcohol, right? Pornography, right? Just so many things. Once you stop eating certain unhealthy things and you start placing your trust in something greater than yourself, it gives you greater trust and self-confidence and faith in your ability to actually do whatever it is that you set your mind to, right? So when I started to change myself, I also placed my confidence in something greater than myself. What is that something greater? That's that which we call God, right? That's what faith is, right? It's belief in something that is unseen and believing as though it is seen. It's the same thing with your vision. Nobody else is going to see it until you make it true. Like I've said before, man, nobody's going to believe in your book until you write it. Nobody's going to believe in the technology that is within you, the inventions that are within you, until you create those things. Just like it says in the book, out of that which is unseen, all that was seen is created. And so it is with whatever it is that you want to design in your life, even your lifestyle. Even the lifestyle that you want. It's not seen, but you have to see it in your mind's eye. You get what I'm saying? You got to cleanse your body mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you are able to manifest the lifestyle that you want. And it ain't going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of transcendental spiritual energy, man. It's going to take a lot of creativity, a lot of fucking hard work and dedication and persistence and perseverance and passion and patience. You get what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot of power, willpower out of yourself. A lot of sacrificing immediate gratification, pornography, unhealthy foods, sex. You get what I'm saying? How badly do you want what you want? I've already told myself, I'm willing to go 5-10 years without sex if that means me getting what I want out of this life. And if it means also me having the amount of wives that I want to have in this life. What's 5 years? I'm 31. I'll be 37, still young. You get what I'm saying? And every day, a new chick turns 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Why rush so many things? Like we rush in life. Okay, you don't know when you're going to die, but why live with this fear of death when you can simply embrace her and not even worry about her by living on purpose with a purpose and by trusting that what you're doing is the right thing, because you are doing your best. You're trying your best to do the right thing, especially when nobody is watching. You're holding yourself accountable. You're trusting and believing in your ability to do the things that are in you to do, because you are taking the necessary actions. You are developing the mindset. You are developing the skill sets that allow you to truly trust in yourselves, because you are being true to yourself. You're being authentic to yourself. You're believing that the Most High has created you for something greater than just fucking sex, pizza, Domino's, you know what I'm saying, a fat ass steak, medium well done steak with some potatoes, or a salmon, or whatever it is that some people think is the pinnacle of life. Like, you can enjoy many pleasures if you simply learn to invest your time wisely, and to believe, to trust in the purpose that the Most High, that life has put within you, which you have to search out. You got to figure that out. You get what I'm saying? We all have predispositions for certain things. Like I said, coding, it ain't me. You get what I'm saying? Coding ain't me. Writing code, creating applications, you know what I'm saying? All these things, that's, no. I'm this, you know what I'm saying? I'm shooting some guns, using my hands, using my body in a different way. I'm a warrior. I've had to cultivate it. It was in there, you know? It was shrouded by the coward. But I had to trust in my belief that I could be, and I could feel better than I felt, but I could be something greater than what I thought, based on the emotions that came with me from the testicles of the man that fathered me. I had to believe. I had to trust my consciousness. That voice within me that would always say, oh yeah, you could do that. I could see you doing that. Seems crazy, but I can see you doing that. Seems scary, but I can see you doing that. You may curse a lot, but I can see you communicating with people. The way you talk, people understand. You know, so whatever it is for you, family, it'll start, you know, you'll begin to flow into alignment with that which is going to give your life meaning. The more you begin to place your trust in that greater source of creation, you know, in the cosmos, the universe, life. You get me? Like, everything in nature has a purpose. And at the same time, it has. The only meaning that life has is the one that we give it. Put it as simple as that. Alright? Life really has no meaning except the one that we give it. And oftentimes, those individuals that we see falling into depression, falling into drug addictions, falling prey to vices, to wickedness, and to the manipulation of other people, are living out of alignment. They don't know what their purpose is. They don't think that they don't believe that there's a meaning to life. And that's because they have yet to understand that life has only the meaning that we give it by the individual. You get what I'm saying? Like, obviously the country can try to guide you in the direction. You know what I'm saying? The American dream, right? That's a vision. Like, but you have to actually dream. in order to create a, you know what I'm saying, in order to create the life that you want. Some people say you have to be asleep to believe in it, right? The American dream, like you got to be really asleep to believe in it. And you know that can be taken in many ways. Like you got to be really gullible and stupid to believe that, you know what I'm saying, and everything that's going on, and not really fully see the reality of the craziness that's going on. But at the same time, a lot of people come to this country to create their own American dream, because you can create it. You don't just have to go with the flow of the craziness that we see going on, you know, with the whole cover your face. If you you know, sneeze or cough in the wrong way, all of a sudden people are looking at you funny, because they are so programmed by the television and the manipulation and the consistent, you know what I'm saying, subversion of their consciousness through the marketing scheme, you know what I'm saying, that they're pushing on people. Go get your thought, you know what I'm saying, so that you can feel good. Like, it's crazy. So you got to trust something greater than yourself, and it ain't the TV. It ain't your government. It's the Most High that sits upon and lives within, you know what I'm saying, and plays down here. That which you are an extension of. That which is you, living as you. Come here to have this human experience and to make the best out of its life as you, so that you may be remembered, so that you won't need a tombstone, because you came and you unfolded and you know, left something memorable behind, because you were true to you, because you trusted in something greater than you, and you believed, and that belief created something worthwhile, worth sharing, and worth others having, you know, keeping in memory. But I guess that's all I got, man. Trust, man. Trust in yourself. Trust in your ability to achieve, to be something more than what society has, you know, programmed into your mind to think that is possible. What's going on, Shot Glass 1914? Peace and love, brother. But yeah, family, trust in yourself and be true to yourself. Be authentic, be unique, be memorable. Create something that, you know, you can take into the whatever life, whatever afterlife you create for you, based on the wisdom that you have digested and have understood and have allowed to feed your soul and spirit, so that when you leave this life from the physical, your energy, your consciousness continues to ripple through eternity and to impact this reality, this physical reality, right? Because nothing dies, it just changes, right? Energy just changes. Energy is but matter moving at such a slow rate that we can see it, or such a fast rate, who knows, right? But that's all it is, right? Vibration. Nothing rests, all is always moving. That's a principle of vibration, right? One of those unbreakable laws of science that remain true no matter what. Everything is vibrating, everything is moving. We're just matter being kept alive by the energy that runs our heart and allows us to experience this life. And however high we allow ourselves to vibrate, even after these bodies die, that's how long we continue to remain in time. Like, you know, like individuals that we named today: Buddha, Jesus, Gandhi, you know, some of these civil rights leaders that we know from today. Is consciousness. How much of an impact can you leave behind by being true to you, by trusting in your beliefs that are righteous, that are good, that are virtuous, that impact others, that influence others, that inspire, that motivate, that influence, that inform, that invite other to live a life that is worth dying for, and that is worth sharing with your children, and your children's sharing with their children's children. A legacy, right? Creating that legacy. But that's it, man. That's it, yo. I checked out your video on gratitude earlier. Definitely insightful, speaking into existence, your book. Yeah, bro. You already know, man. I appreciate that shot glass. Speak it into existence by acting upon these things. That's really where it's at, you know? That's the beauty of us men, that we were designed by nature to continue this creative process. Women create life, we create things. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole society, 99% of it was created by the physical manifestation of that masculine energy. Us, the males, that have, through overcoming our trials and tribulations in life, molded ourselves into men. Not just simple males or less than men, actual complete men. Because we have taken the time, we have been patient with ourselves, we have trusted the process of life to mold us, you know what I'm saying, into something greater than what we see around us. That's the beauty, yo, of being a man. Like, you don't get to complain. You don't get to ask for pity. And that's beautiful when you're able to, like, you know, embody that and feel a sense of pride in your ability to overcome without the arrogant and egotistical need to go and, you know, talk about it all the freaking time, like a lot of people in this, you know, social media construct that we have today, where everybody is polluting their feeds with selfies and just how beautiful they think they are and how great they think they are and how everything is harder for them than everybody else. Like, bro, there's people out here that got their motherfucking legs blown off at 20, 22 years old and they don't got no legs. Like, there's people out here that were born with missing limbs. Like, chill the fuck out. Humble yourself. But as a man, yo, whatever you gotta do in life, do it, man. Do it. Don't ask for pity. Don't complain. Just fucking do it, man. Just do whatever you're gonna do. Do it on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. And trust in yourself. Trust that you're gonna fucking come out on top, yo, regardless of whatever fucking happens. Nelson Mandela spent like 30 fucking years in prison, or 20 something years, because of what he believed in. Came out and became a president. Still talking about the dude today. Been dead for I don't even know how long. Or the body. But the energy is still there, you know? So it is with you, man. Anything is possible for you. You just got to put in the time to develop the mindset and the skill sets. And as my guy Shot Glass, you know, highlighted, gratitude. Gratitude will mold your attitude. That attitude will be reflected in your personality, and your personality is the chisel that will mold the character that becomes the, you know, the protagonist, the hero of your reality, of your life. In the Bible, the God only identifies himself in the Bible with two animals, the lion and the eagle. And the only differentiating factor between the lion and all the other animals of the animal kingdom is his attitude. Lion ain't the biggest animal. He ain't the heaviest and he ain't the strongest. But his attitude, family, is pristine. Everywhere he go, that motherfucker walks like he's the king. And so it is with you. You don't need to be arrogant. You're a servant. Be a humble servant, or be a proud servant and a humble king. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. Whether it is, you know, cleaning toilets or managing a $1 billion enterprise. Do it with humility and do your work with a sense of pride. I don't know, man. I don't want to keep talking shit. I feel like I'm just ranting right now. But y'all get me, man. I appreciate y'all that are on. Willie Nakatani. You know what I'm saying? You guys, hope you guys have a great evening. And yo, we'll be back on here every day as often as possible at 11, 11:10, 11:11. We usually hopping on daily. These videos will be put on YouTube. So, you know, go and subscribe, go share it with somebody that you feel, think, and believe needs to hear this message. And like I said, bring them on, man. We're here at 11. We're going to do this whole year. That's the goal, you know, to be on here 11:10, 11:11, Monday through Sunday, as often as possible. Other than that, y'all stay blessed. Appreciate you, man. One.